Hello, 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 Periscope. What's going on? This is Ebony L, and if you are here watching the replay, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Thank you. If you are not following me right about now, there will be a strip that pops up along the bottom that says follow Ebony Trust so as not to miss her next broadcast. And I want to be your favorite scoper, right? So I want you to join me here. I want you to follow me. If you are so inclined, just tap that area right there. I would appreciate it. If you miss it, tap the little Perryman right there on the right-hand side. Hit view profile, and then hit follow. So see, I should have earned a follow just from that recovery. I mean, really, okay? So thank you for joining me tonight. My name is Ebony L. Trust, and you must say the L because it's sexy. Thank you, Kelly. And I am an empowerment speaker, #1 best-selling author, and life and business mentor to women. So what I do is I help women to create in spite of success, in spite of their fears, in spite of their flaws, in spite of their past and present failures. I help them to create success both in their lives and their businesses. Because what I know to be true is that you cannot be a personal mess and a business success. Not for true. So do you have a spite? Do you need to create in spite of success? I would love to help you do that. Okay, so let's set up an appointment to chat. Go here. Screenshot. Take your screenshot. Take your screenshot right now. Woo! So my Skull fam is here. Thank you for sharing, Zenobia. I appreciate that so much. Hello, Mac. I saw Kelly. Thank you again, Kelly, for acknowledging that I am your favorite scoper. I appreciate that, Kelly. Thank you so much. Who else popped in that I missed? Did I miss anybody? This is day 3 of my 29 ways in 29 days. And every single day in February, thank you, Deidre, for sharing. I can't wait to see you and Kelly on Friday. Yay! Every single day in February, I am coming to show you a different way to do something, okay? Whether it be life or whether it be business. Today is about life, okay? So, I know, right? Yay! So, if you know of anybody who could use this information, hey, Angelique, hello from Flint, who could use this information, hey, Joanna, please go ahead and share with them. There's enough for me to go around. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much for sharing on Facebook, on Twitter, and for inviting your followers here on Periscope. So while you do that, I'm going to take a swig of my protein shake. Hold tight. Yay! Haha! I'm trying to get done before a certain time. Hello, Bella's Dopery. Welcome. Hey, Roxanne. Good to see you. Yay! Have I missed anybody? Hello, Bella. What's up? Life in Alabama is richly great. We are having a ball over here. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Now, what's your first name, Bella? Because I'm assuming that Bella's Dopery is the name of a business. Thank you, Joanna. How are things there in California? Yay! Yes. Patty, okay, where are you, Patty? Good to meet you. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. So while I'm talking about hearts, if I say something that applies to you, that you're feeling, that cool, hello in New York City. Patty in New York City, got it. Make sure you follow Patty so you can be a part of my Scope fam. So if I say something that resonates, that hits home with you, please make sure that you tap that screen. Tap.
That's supposed to deliver plate.
Okay, thank you. It's books, right?
It's heavy?
It's books. Okay, thank you. Close the door. All right, I'm back. Michael was telling me that my delivery of books arrived. Yeah, I sold out my first box. Oh my gosh. Hey, Roxanne, my first box. Remember, I opened the box here on Periscope and on Facebook Live. Sold out that box. Had to order some more. The new box just came. I am planning on selling out that box as well. Okay, so that's my book, The Significance Factor. Here we go. That's it right here. You can go to thesignificancefactor.com. My book, Patty, The Significance Factor. Thank you, Zenobia.com. Yes, it is a #1 bestseller on Amazon. It was on 6 bestseller lists. And all the feedback I've gotten has been phenomenal.
Mom,
that people's lives are being totally impacted. Yes.
Let's say 180 if it's books.
I don't know.
God just read the box.
It's okay. Thank you. So you can go to thesignificancefactor.com to get an autographed hard copy, or shopwithebony.com to get the digital download, Patty. And anybody else who's interested, thank you for asking. Yay. Okay, so today, thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Patty, for inviting followers. Thank you. So, 4 ways to love anybody, even people who act like butt munches. Okay? I don't know if I made up that term or not, but it refers to people who are because I have a family-friendly scope, but y'all get the idea when I say butt munch. They are bleep holes. Their behavior, their attitude, they just really suck, you know. And so you have to really kind of almost trick yourself into loving them. And the way that my God account is set up, I have to love everybody. So this was triggered from 2 things. So first of all, God placed on my husband's heart to start a Bible study. And so tonight was the first Bible study, like the first session with everybody. And it was really, really good. And kind of in my mind, I'm going on to where I believe God is taking us. And so my prayer has been, Father, help me to fall in love with your people, right? Help me to fall more and more in love with your people. But even more than that, one of my mentorees, and she's on tonight. Yay, Zenobia. Hello, Z. One of my mentorees did a scope day before yesterday, right? And so I caught the replay this morning, and she did a great job on the scope. But toward the end, she had some butt munches come on. And it brought the Detroit out. Because I was like, I was like trying to figure out where these folks were. Like, seriously, because I was like, that was totally uncalled for. They were butt munches. They were absolute butt. And if I still cursed, y'all probably have an inkling of what I really wish I could say. Because I was like, why? Why? What's the point? Why? I don't understand. And I was really mad, right? But what I chose to do instead of giving the butt munches energy, I immediately messaged Zenobia. And I told her how awesome. I didn't even give them anything. I immediately told her how awesome the scope was, how awesome she is, because she is. And I went on to let her know that I was looking forward to her next scope. Because what clicked on, the Spirit of God came on at some point, because I was like, came on, and it was like, okay, but you got to love them anyway, because they're ignorant. I said it right. I did. I didn't say ignorant. They're ignorant. It's okay. I'm from Detroit, East Side. It'll be all right. Okay? Because I'm walking on this journey with my mentorees, and I take it personally. I take it seriously. Okay? And so an offense toward them is an offense toward me. I take it personally. Now, I chose not to be offended. Right? And I'm going to tell you how you can do that too. Because you're going to run into all different types of humans in the world. And some of them are butt munches. And you just have to love them anyway. So, here we go. 4 ways to love anybody. Here we go. You ready? Number 1, put yourself in their shoes. Okay? That's probably the quickest, easiest way. Right? So, I have a 10-year-old who will be 11 on the 18th of this month. And I have a 6.5-year-old. And although y'all probably cannot tell it, I'm very kind of regimented. Like, I like routine. I like things a certain way. And because I've been a teacher for more than a decade, I'm used to giving children direction and orders, that kind of thing. So my children kind of sometimes catch it doubly so, because I'm a teacher and a mom, right? And so there are times when they'll both do something and I'm just like, the ham sandwich, what, son, what? You know, and it's just like, okay. And their behavior kind of makes me, you know, feel kind of, you know what I'm saying? And my husband and I have made the commitment that we would never punish our children while we are angry, while we're mad, right? And so I've had to learn how to love them through that, right? So what I started doing was, okay, Evan, okay, when you were 6.5, how much sense did you really have? Then when you got to 10, almost 11, and you started smelling yourself, you know, stuff started popping out and you thought you was doing something. Really? Do you really think that you had some sense for real? Y'all, I promise you, I didn't get sense, like real sense, until I was 30. It was like something clicked. I'm not joking. I'm so serious. Okay? So I had to learn how to put myself in their shoes. That butt munch at work, think about, you know, they got this going on, or they're really young, or they're really old, they're probably set in their ways. Okay, so I can imagine, you know, if I'm such and such age, I will probably, you know, I have the potential, I'll say, if I'm not careful, to act like this too. Okay. Put yourself in their shoes. Kind of see it, okay? Yes. There you go. Yay! That's good stuff, Kelly. Yes. Okay, then if that doesn't work and you got to go a step further, it's like, okay, forget them shoes. I don't want them shoes. I don't want them socks, them shoes, none of that, Eb. Give me something else. Okay, I got you. The second thing, consider the source. That's the second way to love anybody, even butt munches. Consider the source. Don't try to change the person. I can read my handwriting, y'all. Don't try to change the person. Don't try to change them. Just understand that that's who they are. And I know that can be hard. That can be so hard. I remember I had a student I taught in a neighboring school system last year. And I had a student named Madison. And in all my years up until that time teaching, I have never, like, you have some students who, like, you have to find a great reason to love them. You know, like you love all children, of course, but any other teacher will tell you there are some students that you have to literally find a reason to say, okay, yes, you have a great smile. That's it. And you have to hold on to that until you're able to get them where they need to be. Madison and all, yes, you do sometimes, Deidre, in all my years, and it had been 10 years at that point, I had never met a child that I didn't like or could not find a reason to like. Madison was a piece of work. She was butt munch, raised by butt munches. I wanted to grab her every day and go, get your little self over here and shit somewhere. Every day. Literally every day. When she was absent, I would just be like, okay, yes, the Lord is good and his mercy endures forever. I'm telling y'all. Because the child, first of all, her parents were racist. So she already came in like, I ain't going to tell you what she used to say sometimes. Okay. Then she basically, because of that, would let me know by her words and her behavior, I ain't got to listen to you. You aren't my mom, my dad, my grandma. I ain't have to listen to you. I want to grab her by the nape of her neck, sling her around like a lasso, and sling her out the window and watch her fly. But finally, around about this time, around about the spring semester, I said, you know what? That's just her. It's how she's being raised. I know. Right, Kelly, right. It's how she's being raised. I mean, I can't change it. And you know what? There's so much peace in that, y'all. I mean, really, there's so much peace in recognizing I just can't change it. I can't change it. So, okay. And around about January, February, I said, you know what? This is taking too much of my power. I'm done. I'm a teacher, and that's all I'm going to do. Because I can't, because my philosophy is I'm helping to raise adults. And so I teach the curriculum, yes, but I also teach life to my students, right? And so for her, it was just, can you read? Can you write? Can you spell? Can you add and subtract? Okay, good. I see you on the flip side. See you at Walmart. That's it. Consider the source. Stop trying to change people. Okay? Now, third thing. 4 ways to love anybody. The third way. Here we go. Understand, and this was phenomenal in terms of like my marriage, okay? So for all you married folks out there or those who want to one day be married, make sure on the replay you write this down. And if you're feeling it, make sure you tap that screen, okay? Here we go. The third way to love anybody. Understand that just because it's your perspective doesn't mean it's the best or the right perspective. Because sometimes people irritate us because they don't think the same way that we do. I've gotten into some foolish arguments just for that reason. Not my husband, but thank you, Deidre. Not my husband, but the guy I was talking to before my husband. I remember we went home from college one time, and we were at his house. His mom was going to make macaroni and cheese, and so we were helping her set it up. He gets everything together, and he pulls out this shredded cheese. I said, shredded? What's that for? For the mac and cheese? No, it's not. You're supposed to use block cheese for that and cut it up. No, we use shredded cheese. No, sir, it's block cheese. Why? Because my mama, when she made her mac and cheese, she cut up big blocks of Kobe cheese. Y'all, we literally got into an argument. And it was my silly self. I literally left and went home mad at him. I didn't get to eat shredded or block. I didn't get to eat. I left. Isn't that crazy? Because according to my perspective, it's supposed to be blocked. And I was right. See, that's the thing. Sometimes, again, people irritate us. We get frustrated. We allow ourselves. See, all of these are emotions that we allow. Anytime you give away your power, that's an emotion that you have allowed, so you have control over it. And so often we let people irritate us and frustrate us because they have a different perspective on the issue, on the matter, whatever it is. They have a different perspective. So many things that my husband used to do. He still does it. I just have a different perspective. That I would be so like, oh, would you please just go away? You know, but in thinking about it, it's like, wait a minute. The only reason why I'm irritated is because it's not my way of doing it. I'm going to say it again. The only reason why I'm irritated is because he's not doing it the way I think it should be done. Well, who died and made me Queen of England? I mean, you know. Now, just that right there. How much of your power can you get back just by saying, you know what? That's not my perspective, and that's okay. That's all right. Can you imagine the peace that you will find just from that one thing? Understand that just because it's your perspective does not mean it's the best or the right perspective. That right there, half of the people on your butt munch list are now gone. You're welcome. Now I got something for the other half. Here we go. Number 4. Ready? The fourth way to love anybody. You're welcome, Zenobia. I know, especially for us women, right? Because we like, the nurturer in us likes to make sure that everything is just so, right? And so when things happen that are contrary to our just so, it's like, wait a minute, hold up. No. Right? Which gets our pressure up at that point. Yes. Okay, here's the fourth thing. So we got half the list gone. Here's the other half. Are you ready? The fourth way to love anybody, even butt munches, is to pray for them. That's it. To pray for them. You guys have heard my story about when we opened up the school, right? And part of that is part of the reason why we had, that's right. There you go, Deidre. There you go. That's it. See? Because you wouldn't even be calling them cray-cray. Because guess what? The stuff that you do, they're probably calling you cray-cray. Because it's not their perspective. It's not their way of doing it. Okay, so these people were the Greens, and we leased the school building from them. And long story short, turns out that the building actually was not available because it was in foreclosure, and we didn't know it. So they were really looking for scapegoats, right? Looking for scapegoats, somebody to kind of push the blame of the building going back onto somebody else, because they didn't want to have that shame on their own name. So about a month and a half, all these different things, they set us up with the parents. They talked to the parents behind our back to make them leave the school. So I never could get paid, because we didn't have enough students, even though I was told from the beginning that I would have a certain number of students. I built my budget off of that. And as soon as I signed the lease, half of them left. So it keep going. The foreclosure, whole thing was about to break. They give us a call and say, hey, the state has shut you down for child abuse and neglect. You weren't feeding the infants. You weren't feeding the babies. What? First of all, if the state were going to shut us down, they would have told us themselves. You know what I'm saying? But back up. I could never hang up a sign with my name for the school on it. I could never hang up my name. I couldn't answer the phone with my name, like nothing. There would be times when she would want to come and sell her purses and stuff, and she would come and set up in the office. I couldn't do anything in there because she had her stuff. I mean, all kind of stuff, y'all. So then when the news broke, she told everybody that the state shut me down. Now, remember, I'm already a teacher in this small Alabama town as it is. Right? As it is. So now, and of course, lies travel fast, like lightning, right? So now, at this point, trips to Walmart, people whispering, looking at me crazy, folks mad at me for no reason, because everything was a lie. Everywhere I went, I got eyes. People saying stuff, folks furthering the lie, adding on to the lie. People who I thought knew me. Like me, were like, well, did you really do that? Are you serious? Did you really just ask me that? Oh my, so I went from being an upstanding teacher, entrepreneur, to a low-life child abuser in a matter of hours, literally. And I had so much hatred for this couple. I felt like they had destroyed my reputation, that they had tried to destroy my life, that they caused me to go into this financial tailspin. Like there had not been anybody, with the exception of dude with the mac and cheese, because he left me at the altar. But that's a whole other scope. Besides him, there has never been anybody who I have, in recent memory, who I have ever been as angry with than that couple. I wanted to lay hands on them, but not for healing, not for prayer. I wanted to wrap my fingers around each one of their throats and squeeze. And not long after, my husband would start saying, "Are you praying for them?" Am I what? You better be glad I'm not plotting their death, sir. What you mean, am I praying for them? You ought to be praying for me. That's how I felt. Y'all, I hated them. I hated them. There was nothing in me. Every time I tried to pray, it would always turn into something like, God, kill them. Let them fall off the face of the earth. The next time a thunderstorm comes, send some lightning straight in. I'm telling you, it was serious for me. So much so that it just kind of almost grabbed me and took over. I was so angry, shame, embarrassed, right? Offended, like all of these emotions at one time. And I'm having to go through them every time I walk out my house. I'm looking at my house thinking, how long will I have it? Because of them, I don't have any income. I'm getting in my car to go to the new school location saying, how long will I have this vehicle? Because we can't pay the note. One day, I went out on the porch. Early one morning, I said, Father, I cannot continue. This is eating at me. And I can't be who I know you want me to be like this. I don't know what you're going to have to do, but I need you to do something in me. And I went back in the house and I put on some worship music and I just started worshiping. And I said, God, I released them. It was an act of faith because here I didn't want to. Here I didn't want to. It was an act of pure faith. I was faking it until I made it. And God, I released them. I let them go. I released all the hurt, the bitterness, the anger. And as I continued to do that, without even realizing it, I started praying for them. And y'all, I just broke down. And all of it came out. All of it came out. And I literally prayed for them probably for about 45 minutes. And it wasn't like the old stuff. It wasn't like, God kill them. It was bless them. Raise them up, Father, to be pillars in the community. Help them to rebuild and restructure, Father, because there's got to be a reason why the building was foreclosed on. Maybe they're having financial trouble too. Help them, Father. And the more I prayed, the more God, see, prayer has a way of turning your heart toward people. That's why it's my fourth way. Prayer has a way of turning your, thank you, Z. Prayer has a way of turning your heart toward people. And even if you have to start off like me, and it's and you trying to find something good to pray about that coworker or about that ex-husband or about that person who put their hands on you and they shouldn't have. Even though every time you sit to pray or you stand to pray or you kneel to pray and you're trying to figure out something good, something positive, but it doesn't come out, keep doing it. I'm glad, Angelique. Keep doing it. Do it by faith. And faith has nothing to do with your brain. Because you probably going to think terrible thoughts. But keep doing it. Because at some point, you'll get the release. I remember not long after that, I saw them at Walmart. the same place that I, at that point, had gotten accustomed to hating to going to. The wife was in the car. I saw the husband when he got out the car and was going in. And as I was walking past the car, I looked and I said, "Hey, how you doing?" If you could have seen her face. Some of the parents who turned and did us in, I see them sometimes. Some of them, it's like they are ashamed to even look at me. I know why. But I still say, "What's up? How you doing? Good to see you." And y'all, I mean it. I mean it. Mac and cheese guy, I shouldn't call him that. Mac and cheese guy, I'm trying to think how long ago it was. Because you know, I told you guys he left me at the altar. I had called people down from Detroit to come do him in. That's a whole other scope, though. I'm trying to think. Maybe about 2-3 years ago, maybe. We aren't connected on Facebook. But before Facebook changed to where people who are not in your, hey Diane, people who are not in your friends list, now people who are not in your friends list come in as an other message. And so you get like a notification that you have a message waiting and you can either accept or reject it. This was before then. So he sent me a message in my inbox apologizing. I've been married going on 13 years. So this was about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. He inboxed me and said, "I apologize. I was wrong. I've been praying for him too. Never thought I would have been able to." That experience was my first and my last experience into depression. Y'all, I would lay on my bed at night and I would just kick the wall. Boom, 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 boom. I survived off popsicles and cereal for about 3 months. That's all I ate when I did eat. Now imagine going from there all the way to, now I'm praying for mac and cheese dude. Again, it was difficult. But by faith, I pushed through it. By faith, I would start. And eventually, I broke through. Because you know what? Mac and cheese dude, nor the greens, will I ever allow them to have that much power over me. And so the bottom line is, we have to get to the place where we can love anybody. If for no other reason, because God loves us. And I don't know about you, but I can go ham sometimes. I've gotten better. Over time. But I still don't get it all quite right. Sometimes my perspective is different from God's. And he still loves me. Because it's a choice. Watch from the beginning, Diane. Go back and watch the replay, and that may help. So, there you have it. 4 ways to love anybody. Now, yesterday, I was so pleased as punch to see that my living was not in vain. That there were several people who, when they did their periscopes yesterday and today, they incorporated several of the things that I said. What about this scope? Are you going to be one that does one of my 4 things? Are you going to be one? I hope so. Now, last thing before I go, thank you for the hearts. You guys are so awesome. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you. So, I want to invite you. I keep bringing it up because I want you there. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm going to get on your complete nerve because I want you there. February 27th Intentional Success, Birmingham, Alabama. The URL is in my scope bio, tinyurl.com/Birmingham Success. Y'all, the coupon code ends Friday. You get, now that's payday. So thank you, Diane. I love you too. Mwah. So if you're waiting on Friday to get your ticket, please make sure that you get it before 11:59 Central Standard Time. If you're waiting on payday, that's fine. Angelique, I want to see you in Birmingham. You better get you a Greyhound ticket. Intentional Success is all about having these kinds of conversations. Because guess what? As long as I was mad at the Greens, I couldn't have success in my school. That was a personal issue that was affecting my business success. As long as I lacked self-love and self-confidence after dealing with mac and cheese dude, I couldn't do anything else. Nothing. See, these are the conversations that we need to have that we don't have. And then we wonder why we aren't having the success that we need to have. I want you in the room with me along with the other 19 other women. Okay? And we're going to have the conversations and make the connections that produce course correction. I want you there. I'm convinced that it's going to change everything for you. I'm just convinced of that. And if I'm your favorite scoper, which I hope I am, like Kelly, I hope I am, then I want to hug your neck. I want to take this thing into, 3D. I want to see you in real life. So join me in Birmingham, February 27th, Intentional Success Tour. Thank you, Zenobia. Thank you. Intentional Success. All right? February 27th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Lunch is included. If you need a room, let me know. All right? Yes, Deidre. So, Angelique and everybody else, I want to see you in Birmingham. All roads lead to Birmingham. I'm so glad that you were here with me today. I want to invite you to join me tomorrow morning for my morning mentor moment at 6:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. No, I don't mind. So what? That doesn't matter to me, Diane. You're still amazing. And you still have time to show the world that you're amazing. Because as long as you're on this side of the grass, you have an assignment. Now, those who woke up dead this morning, they should be concerned about that, not us. You got plenty of time. Doesn't matter how young, old, doesn't matter. Yay! So check out tinyurl.com/Birmingham Success. On the replay, I want to see you too. tinyurl.com/Birmingham Success. The URL is in my scope bio. So when you pull up my profile, you can literally tap on there and it'll bring up the information page about what the tour is about, where it's going to be, and you'll have the chance to register. It's $67 right now, but come Saturday morning, it'll be $97. I want to see you there. I can't wait to see you there. And I can't wait to see you in the morning. Yay! For my morning mentor moment. I love you so much. And I'm so, so glad that you are a part of my Scope fam. You rock. Mwah. Have a great evening just because you can.